Today, Ramon Cervantes Jr., along with his mother, Vilma Cervantes, and his sister, Marissa Cervantes, hosted the media at their family-owned business in Orange Walk Town. Cervantes Jr. had summoned the press to give his side of what happened in the courtroom of Magistrate Marlene Moody yesterday. As we told you, the murder case of Ramon Cervantes Sr. took an unexpected twist after one of the accused murderers told Magistrate Moody that it was Cervantes Jr. who had orchestrated the murder of his father. So now, Ramon Monchi Cervantes Jr. is the second politician to be accused of having something to do with the murder of his father. The first was Gaspar Vega, his political opponent in Orange Walk North. And now the proverbial shoe is on the other foot. While it was a controversial accusation, as it was struck out by the magistrate after questioning the accuser, today Cervantes first shared how all the drama unfolded inside the courtroom of Magistrate Moody.
I think it's the prosecutor that asked for a recess. The magistrate gave a 5-minute break and asked everyone to leave except our family and the court orderlies. And then after that it resumed. And then the magistrate allowed the guy to give his statement. And then she questioned him. And then he fumbled. He just couldn't answer the question. It was lines. It was obvious that he was given lines to say, what story to say. And when the magistrate started asking him, the big holes were poked in his story. So that's what happened, and the magistrate struck out his statement completely. Frankly, I was taken aback because it's a lie. It's false. It's malicious, completely false. I don't even know the guy. The first time I saw him was when they were arrested for my father's murder. So, but I know it's a lie. My conscience is clear.
His allegation, I understand, is that you orchestrated it because you wanted to access your father's money.
In our family business, in our family affairs, my mom is the one that runs the purse. Not my father, not myself. It is my mom. We leave that to the females, and my sister. They are the ones that run the finances of our business and our family affairs. In fact, my father was my biggest campaigner. In fact, my father was the first one who told me I should run.
Cervantes Jr. says that this latest accusation in his father's murder case is purely political mischief caused by his UDP opponent, Gaspar Vega. Yesterday, Vega denied that assertion, but the Cervantes family is sticking to their belief.
It just shows the depth to which politics has gone in this, to the depths that politics have gone. Because after all, my father was murdered. They murdered my father. Now they are trying to murder my character and my reputation, to kill my character and my reputation, and to ruin my family.
Well, I know this is maliciousness, political maliciousness. And I know Monchi would never do something like that, because he and his dad were always worked together. They bond together. They respected one another. So, and as a family, we are very close. So he would never do something like that.
All this while, since my father's murder, like the first month or so, the police maybe informed us. But after that, they kept us in the dark. The guys came for hearing or whatever. The adjournments, they didn't inform us. We used to call the police. They don't tell us anything. Nobody knows anything. So, they just delayed everything. And now, 2 weeks before the elections, when I am ahead in the race, I am ahead in the Orange Walk North race. Like I said, there's a groundswell of support. And 2 weeks before the elections, after they had been keeping us in the dark, now all of a sudden they call up the case and this thing comes up.
2 weeks after my son won a convention, my husband was brutally murdered. And now, 2 weeks before the general election, my son is being falsely accused. Isn't this merely political maliciousness? What are they afraid of? Losing power? The truth of my husband's murder? We are still grieving the brutal and cruel murder of an honorable man who gave so much to his community, to his country. Yet, instead of having a proper investigation, we have gross, malicious political interference.
I expect that they are concocting on what ways, how they can arrest me as we speak. That's what I expect of them. That they are concocting on many ways of how they can arrest me and have me out of the race and or keep me shut, my mouth shut.
Cervantes Jr. does not believe that the accusation will have any bearing on his campaign in Orange Walk North.
Our support is overwhelming. I think it's visible. We have seen that there's been a groundswell of support for my candidacy in the Orange Walk North Division. And, lies like this, people will see through these lies. They know these are lies, these are fabrications. They know it's politically motivated because this guy had 16 to 17 months to say something. He had given a statement. He had, in fact, in his statement, he said that I was a target, and also Joseph Maivet, which was the Northern Regional Commander right now, who got a promotion after my father's murder. He was the one that told me that I was next in line, for kidnapping and murder, so that I better watch myself. That came out of those guys' statements, that there was a list. So, the people will see through that, and the truth is coming out, and I don't expect that to hinder me because, as my mother said, I will never do something like that, and the guy is obviously a fabrication with an ulterior political motive. We have the faith that the truth will come out because we are not afraid of the truth. I am not, my mom is not, and my family, my sister, and we are not afraid of the truth. What must come out will come out someday.
Attorney for the Cervantes family is Marcel Cardona. With all that has been happening in the Ramon Cervantes Sr. murder case, it would seem as if though Manuel Castillo, the alleged mastermind of Cervantes Sr.'s murder, has been forgotten. While police have no update, Manuel Castillo is still on the minds of the Cervantes family. Castillo is still wanted by police, but the police do not seem to know where he is. The Cervantes family believe that he has fled over the border into Mexico. They believe that there is a cover-up. Here is how they put it.
During various occasions, high-ranking police officers told me that they had requested cooperation from the Mexican authorities. I think it's Mr. Blackett even said it's on Interpol, and that they have contacted the Mexican authorities to try to find Manuel Castillo. Well, a newspaper in Quintana Roo, Por Esto, they did an investigation in that because they were following the story, and they went to the DPP's office, to the police at all levels, municipal, state, and federal levels, and the Attorney General's office, and they found out that the government of Belize and the police department, none of those, nor the Attorney General's office, had contacted any of their offices in Mexico looking for Manuel Castillo. So in Mexico, Manuel Castillo is a free man with maybe only immigration violations. So I must point that out, that it's a lie when those police office officials said that they had asked and gotten cooperation from the Mexican authorities.
So you still feel there is a sort of state conspiracy, or that the state is at least being compliant in obscuring the true moving hand behind this murder.
Jules, let's remember my father was found buried in a grave with police handcuffs, manacling that shackled his wrists, and nothing really has come out of that. Let's remember that he mentioned two people, a high government official who paid to have my father killed, and a top police officer who was also involved, and none of them has been even questioned about anything. On the contrary, if you remember, the police, the Orange Rock police, I think it's the first time in history, issued a press release that the case is closed, the Ramon Cervantes murder case is closed. And I think it's the Ministry of National Security that had to come back and say it can't be closed. So there's obvious nervousness in this department, and they're doing everything to cover up many things.